Today what we're going to talk about is this new partnership that we're all very excited about between my company, EBIX, and Lass's company, IXN. And so we're doing a lot of really cool and innovative things to help our mutual clients put themselves in a better position to sell. And that's what this is all about. With the way that the world is right now, mobility is really taking a front seat, and we're super excited to be partnered with a company like IXN, who's really on the cutting edge of some really cool features that Lass is going to end up getting into. But I'm just going to go ahead and get started here by introducing anybody that doesn't know about EBIX to EBIX and the product that I'm going to be talking about, Smartoffice, which is our CRM AMS solution. And then we're going to pass it over to Lassa to talk about IXN, their background and services, and then we're going to actually walk you all through the products, how they integrate, and then open it up for a Q&A after that. But just to start off, just for anybody that has joined that isn't aware of EBIX, generally people know us by our most popular product called WinFlex. But EBIX as a company, we have a 40-year history within this specific industry. So all of our tools come out of the box in a very usable usable. So from day one, we know this industry very well. Day one, you'll be able to really put our solutions into place. Today, we're going to be talking about our Smartoffice solution, which is our CRM AMS. And so with that, Smartoffice, we really try to position it to be the central hub for a practice. And so a lot of times when I'm working with different companies, they have their case managers using one solution, their sales team on another, and then compensation on a third. And so there generally becomes this disconnect in between the different units, and we have different versions of the same advisor, the same case, the same insured. And so what we wanted to do is pull all of the different parts of a practice together under one solution. So the right hand always knows what the left hand is doing. We don't have to update multiple systems, everything like that. And so everybody just plugs into the Smartoffice solution, and then from there, they can get what they need out of it. So we, of course, have the core CRM features, calendar, contacts, notes, the ability to push out mass correspondence, marketing templates, tracking advisor licenses, appointments with carriers, pending case, in-force cases, commission tracking, lead, sales, workflows, everything built under the one solution. And again, it's all about creating efficiency within our practice, because we don't want to have to, do the data entry in multiple places and make sure that somebody else got our message on what their responsibility is. And so with that, just a quick little teaser on Smartoffice. We'll look at it in action in just a second, but I want to turn it over to Lass at IXN to kind of talk about his side.
Yeah, thanks, Ryan. So actually, can you jump back to that first slide with the peanut butter and jelly on it?
Absolutely.
So you might have been wondering when we opened this up why there was peanut butter and jelly there on the screen. And if it wasn't obvious, peanut butter and jelly go together as I'm originally from Denmark, from Copenhagen, so I didn't grow up eating peanut butter and jelly. But as I came to the States, I realized that Americans love peanut butter and jelly. They just go together, right? And and so that's kind of why we had that there. And so you can jump down to the IXN Ecosystem slide, Ryan. We chose and EBIX chose us as partners because we really go together really well. We fit together really well. Our platform, their platform, are a really synergistic relationship. So the IXN system, the tools that we have work really well alongside the tools that EBIX has in order to have a great platform that covers pretty much all your life technology tools. And we chose EBIX as a partner because EBIX has, I think, the best agency management system out there. With all the features that come with it that Ryan was talking about, the left hand knowing what the right hand is doing, there really isn't a better platform out there for that. And so, if for those of you who are on here because we invited both IXN customers and EBIX customers to this webinar. For those of you who are IXN customers, really take a look at the EBIX system for Smartoffice. You know, with IXN and EBIX together and with the integrations that we have, it really covers your whole technology solution. So go ahead and go to the next slide, Ryan. So within the IXN ecosystem, we have several pieces that, you know, we have 3 columns here. We help you with the analyze and quoting piece of your business, the application piece, so tickets, e-apps, or traditional PDF, new business applications, things like that. And then we also have some tools that are more for on the marketing side. So consumer-facing lead gen type tools, if you're a direct marketer and you're looking for rates, things like that, as well as we actually do website development as well for brokerages and also for agents, individual like marketing sites as well. And we're going to go through quickly. We're not going to jump in right now. We're just going to give you kind of an overview of the IXN product. So go ahead and go next slide. So first of all, oh yeah, right there, cross-platform, perfect. So first of all, within the IXN ecosystem, we felt like it was very important to be cross-platform. That's kind of one of our, I would say, our main selling points for IXN is that we really focus on not just the web, so you can work from home or do whatever, but mobility. So you can work from the golf course. You know, nowadays the agent advisor is not your traditional agent advisor where someone walks in off the street and sits in their office and gets quoted a life insurance policy and fills out the application. Nowadays they're out on the golf course. They're at lunch. They're having a session at a clubhouse somewhere with people attending. And so with the IXN platform, we wanted to make sure that it worked anywhere. And then along with that, there's APIs built into everything that we do to help create to integrate with other custom solutions. And that's why we're able to do an integration with companies like EBIX and their Smartoffice platform today, is because there's APIs on both ends that speak really well together. And for those of you who don't know what APIs are, they're databases that are open architecture type of databases that can talk to each other. So you can send data back and forth seamlessly without having to do lots of extra data entry and things like that. So the first product within our suite is the Agency Life Quoter. This is our web-based quote engine. It is mobile optimized, so you can work on it from an iPad or a mobile phone as well. But ultimately, this is kind of the web-based tool. So this plugs into your website, allows your agents, advisors to go on your website, run quotes for term, GUL, final expense, more coming on the way for that as well as far as product lines. It's a really robust quote engine. So you can do table ratings and riders, and it has integrated underwriting guides and forms into it. So you can grab your new business forms right there from the quote results. It has a whole bunch of features for creating PDF layouts for your customers. We can even create custom PDF layouts, as well as you get a lot of visibility into what's happening. Our platform has a lot of reporting capabilities as well. And we'll show you how this product, this is probably one of the most popular products on the IXN platform, how this product will be integrated directly with your Smartoffice account. So go ahead, go next. With our platform as well, many of our customers need new business forms. So we have our Forms Engine, which is integrated into the quote engine, but it's also a standalone product as well. And so your agents and advisors can download all your carrier forms for new business applications, supplemental forms, underwriting guides, product information, and then they can download them. They create nice packets for their customers. They can even text the forms right off to their customers, which is kind of cool. A lot of people nowadays, I do most of my printing at home from my phone. So if someone texts me something, I can just print it right to my printer right there. So that's our Forms Engine. Also will be integrated into the Smartoffice platform. Next product here is our mobile app platform. This is hands down the most popular platform from IXN. What we do with our mobile app platform is we build you a custom branded mobile app. This has your agency branding on it. You can see this one here on the right. It says Citycrest Financial. And it has quoting capabilities. It has notification tools so you can message your users. It has content areas, lots of different tools. Again, one of our kind of core platforms will be integrated with Smartoffice as well, and we'll show you that what that will mean for you here in a little bit. Next slide. We have our drop ticket platform. So we've got this integrated with applicant. If you're a TMA member, we've got it integrated there. We've got, we have our own platform that's integrated directly with the carrier. So you can actually submit drop tickets right on your phone. So this applicant one, so there's a bunch of different vendors. We're a very open platform. So you can, whether you're using like something out there like you're an agency within TMA, you're an AIN member, whether you're, you know, whichever route you use to submit your business through, we've got an open architecture platform for submitting drop tickets to various solutions. And then we have our own that are integrated directly with carriers as well. So we have, so you can actually drop tickets right from your phone and also from the desktop solution. And then we have our electronic application and signature solution, which is essentially a solution for filling out the full application electronically and sending it off for signature to your customers. So you can, it's an in good order application system. So you go through, you fill out, we have a nice user interface that's really slick where you can fill out the whole application. You send it to your customer. The customer digitally signs it like a DocuSign type solution, and then you get a in good order application at the end of the process. And then we also have our API. So if you're building your own front-end user interface, we have a Life Quotes API as well. This is more for your, if you've got your own technology team and you're building your own tools. Go ahead and go next. Our lead generation tools. So for those of you who are brokerages, which is, I imagine most of the people who are on this call are BGA, IMO, we do have reseller type programs for our lead generation tools. And so someone can go on your agent's website, run a quote, or maybe you want to place a quote engine on a PNC agency's website to drive life business there. We have a platform for that as well as website development. So if you need help with your website, we do really nice websites as well. And then last but not least, everything is managed by what we call the IXN Dashboard. Dashboard is actually branded for you, and within the dashboard you can see analytics, you can see all your leads that have been generated off your different platforms, you can see tickets, you can see, you can select, this is where you select your carriers. The biggest thing people like about the dashboard, you know, a lot of systems have kind of back-end management systems, and with Smartoffice, you're probably going to use that for most of your reporting, but ours has some nice analytics built into it for your quoting and things like that. So if you want to see how many quotes were run, who ran them, what they ran, we can even build custom reports for you if you want to get like a weekly update on all the quoting that happened on your platform, all the tickets that were submitted, things like that. That's kind of your management tool and setting up all your IXN products from our platform.
All right, and so yeah, with all those great solutions that Lasse was just talking about and the Smartoffice that I was talking about earlier, we have a lot of really good touch points between these systems. So we're going to go ahead and cover them right now, just kind of talk about them, and then after that, we're going to go ahead and get into just a quick product overviews on each side, integration overviews, and then wrap it up after that. But first off, the IXN quoting, where that's integrated with Smartoffice, is actually in a couple of places. So right now, I have it displayed on a contact record, so this would be an insured. But what you'll notice is right here on the top right, there's going to be a little IXN button that we place, and that will go ahead and just launch right into the IXN quoting engine. And then also on the left side under this integrations area, there's going to be a IXN access there as well. Is that pretty good, Lasse, or anything I'm missing there?
Yeah. The big thing here is you know, for those of you who haven't seen Smartoffice before, here's Smartoffice. You know, you're in a contact record. The big thing here is you can see how you can go right from within Smartoffice using the IXN platform. So I want to point out here that when you purchase the quote engine from IXN, this piece doesn't cost you anything extra. If you're a Smartoffice client and you're an IXN client, we can set you up with the integration. And the IXN quote engine, you don't have to buy multiple quote engines or anything like that. You can have the same quote engine on your website, and then that same quote engine can be accessed from your Smartoffice account, like you're seeing here. And actually, when you go to the next screen, you'll see what happens when you click on that button. So on the left side, you can see this is the IXN quote engine, right? So you can see it auto-filled the name and date of birth and things like that. So a really nice integration here is that you have less data entry when running quotes. So you're in the IXN tool, you come in here, it opens up the IXN quote engine. When you click on that button, auto-fills any pertinent information, including agent info, customer info that we have, and then you can go into using the IXN tools just like your agents do on the website, right from your Smartoffice contact record there.
Perfect. And so also another great aspect of this is the Forms engine. And so the way that we've integrated IXN Forms into Smartoffice is in what we call dashboards, which I'll explain a little bit further in our next segment. But right here, when you first sign into Smartoffice, we could see on the dashboard, we have a direct window into the IXN Forms engine where you could say which carrier, which product, which state. It'll serve up which forms you need, and from there you can go and print them, email them, do whatever you want to do with them. Pretty straightforward there. I don't know. Hopefully I'm doing it justice, but it's actually really, really cool.
Yeah, so this is what you're seeing here is this next screen is, hey, I just created a packet. You know, here's my forms that I want. I'm creating a new business packet. You can add supplemental forms. It shows you which forms you've selected, and then you click download, and then it'll open up those forms in an editor. And those are fillable forms. We've got new business forms, supplemental forms, customer service forms. So if you need to change a beneficiary form, you need you need to add like a aviation questionnaire to your packet or something like that. We've got all those built in, as well as underwriting guides and more product information as well.
Here's one of those forms.
Yeah, so, here's an example of a fillable form.
Perfect. And so, and actually, this is like Lasse was saying, their most popular product right now, and what I really like is their mobile apps. And the way that that's integrated with Smartoffice is actually super cool. Lasse, you explained this one better than I do, but it's a great way of just making sure that you're communicating with your advisors the way that they want to be communicated with, or at least the way that this day and age is requiring that we communicate.
Yeah. So it's interesting. One of the stories I like to tell is I was at NALBA a couple of years ago, and they have this group called the Life Brokerage Technology Committee, and they did a survey of all the brokerages that were there, and they asked, hey, what's the biggest headache for your agency? You know, what do you guys spend the most needless time on that you would like technology to help you with? And there was like 40 different options, you know, quoting and, you know, all these different things. And by far the number one issue that people had, or time consuming item that their office spent on, was getting case status out to their agents. And that's where this idea kind of came from. Was one of the things that we liked about Smartoffice versus some of the other platforms that are out there was they have real-time feeds. You're getting real-time data from the carriers on what's going on with your case, or even if you're not using the feeds and you're just updating it manually, we have this platform, this mobile platform, where all the agents have a phone in their pocket. Like, I do occasionally run into someone who doesn't have a smartphone, like an old flip phone still, but it's pretty dang rare nowadays that someone doesn't have a phone. So if they have your app on their phone and you're using Smartoffice, they can get real-time case updates on what's happening with their cases. It may not completely replace your current process, but what it does is it gets more info out to your agents. And you can turn that on for agents so that they get those real-time updates on those cases. And so it's, hey, something happened with the case. They need a different form or something like that. The agent gets it faster. You don't have to wait for a staff. If that comes in the middle of the night, they can get it right away via the mobile app. Because in the mobile app, which I'll show you here in a little bit, has this notifications tool, has a messaging aspect to it. So it's a whole new way to communicate with your agents that you've never been able to before. So what happens is you'll see here, you're seeing a pending case, right? It's the status is being updated. So if you go to the next slide, Ryan, you have your branded mobile app. This one's branded eBix just because for a demo here, but go ahead and click next. It'll show the arrows there. You'll see this notifications tool on the left side. So they get a push notification on their phone. So just like if they were to get a text message or any other message, it sends a message or vibrates their phone, whatever the settings they have on. And they get a message there that says, hey, your case was submitted, or your case has been issued, or, hey, the 1035 funds have been received. Whatever the update is, they can get that real time right to the agents on their phone.
Perfect. Yeah, and so with all these tools, we're about to show them all in real time now, but we're just super excited because the combination, like we were saying in the front, like Lasse was really illustrating with the peanut butter and jelly sandwich, it's just really a complete, two sides to a complete beautiful sandwich or a good snack. So let's go ahead and jump into Smartoffice first. I just want to do a little context there, and then I'll turn it over to Lasse to show how what the IXN products look like, how they drive, and then we'll go from there. So first thing with Smartoffice, like I was showing during that slide, it's a really big platform. We really want to accommodate everybody and their particular use cases, their responsibilities, their preferences. And one of the things that I've really liked about our development lately is we've taken a strong focus on usability. We want everybody that accesses Smartoffice to get what they need from it day one. Sometimes people are a little bit more tech averse. Sometimes they just are comfortable in their current ways. And so one thing that we have recently done is really integrated a lot more closely with Outlook. So we can sync both calendar and contacts both ways between Smartoffice and Outlook. We can save every email on its way out or coming in and attach it to the advisor's notes, client notes, the case notes, wherever. But what we've done that is special lately is actually pull the Smartoffice data into Outlook itself. So I just have my Outlook up here. I'm going to click on this contact card for Philip Anderson. And what we're going to notice is right here on the bottom of the contact card, we have this little Smartoffice window. And so usually when I start talking about Smartoffice, I like to start here because a lot of times Outlook is the common bridge. And so what this is really trying to get across is the fact that it essentially makes the learning curve disappear. Because I just log into Outlook like I'm already comfortable with, and bam, I have access to the Smartoffice database. I could see here that Phil is a gold level advisor of mine. I could see a spouse's name. I could go over to his notepad, see the calls are scheduled. A new app was put in there. I could go to the activity log, see any calls that I need to make to him, uploaded documents. I'm going to have access to all of his cases here, his licenses, contracts, appointments, all of the illustrations that I've run through WinFlex will be saved into here. And so this is all really good data, and it's also actionable because I can actually add in notes through here that'll update the live database. And so what we really wanted to facilitate is the ability for every user to kind of get directly to the data, minimize the clicks, and do what they got to do. You know, kind of get technology out of the way and make sure that it's helping you out. Now, also what we were talking about were dashboards. So when I log into the full Smartoffice here, and so I'm just going to pull that up. So one way that I showed you of using it was through Outlook. Another way entirely is by accessing Chrome. And so this is the general way of using Smartoffice. But when you first log in, again, we're covering a lot of ground here, so we want to make sure that when each user logs in, they get exactly what they need up front. So for me, this is an area where I can just bring in my call list for the day, my task list. I can look at all the birthdays that are coming up. I can have my sales and marketing pipeline over here on the top, on the right side. Or if I'm a case manager, I can design this a little bit differently where I'm looking at all of the outstanding follow-ups for my entire team, or the ones that are assigned to me personally, or all of my cases separated out by status. And so, again, our whole concept is about minimizing the number of clicks that you need to do to get what you to get the goal accomplished. Real quick, I'm just going to go to an advice. Actually, real quick, I do want to show the IXN Forms Engine. So here's another one of my demo offices where I do have access to that Forms Engine, so I can select which carrier, which product, and it's super easy. And so it just lines in with those other dashboards. It's really slick, and you can get those packets downloaded and either for ourselves or off to our advisor. So getting back, and I just want to show a couple more things on Smartoffice. The advisors, searching is really easy, A&D, PH for Phil. This is the same guy we're looking at over on the Outlook side, but I get to his profile, name, phone number, address, email, appointments, and then I'm going to have access to actually WinFlex. So WinFlex is our product too. I can launch into WinFlex directly from here. It'll carry over all the advisor's information or the insured's information if you have it. That saves back into this pre-sales area where I can see all of the open quotes and illustrations for Phil. I'm going to have this pending cases area. So this is every case that is in underwriting for Phil right now. And so this is where we're actually shooting out those case updates from. And so when LASA shows it on the mobile app, I have all of these cases for Phil. Something changes, he gets the notification in the IXN app. Once this does go in force, so we have all of our basic statuses here, status and dates. We're going to have the requirements right next door. So what's outstanding, what's been received. But once this does go in force, it'll jump over to this policies tab where I can see all of the in-force business for Phil, and this is where it gets into ongoing policy service. So this is just a really quick teaser of Smartoffice. Anybody that does want to go through a full tour with me, hit me up. All of my contact information will be at the end. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and transition the presenting rights over to LASA so he can take over.
Perfect. Thanks, Ryan. I will share my screen here. All right, you guys should, Ryan, can you see my screen here?
Looking good.
All right, perfect. So within the IXN platform, we mentioned a couple different products, our Agency Life Quoter, Forms Engine, all that. So I'm not going to go through every product or every feature here, but I want to show you first of all our Agency Life Quoter. So this is the view of what it looks like when it's plugged into a website. So it's embedded right into your website. You can put it in like an agent portal area behind a login if you want. And the same platform can be plugged into Smartoffice like we're talking about. So Ryan was showing Smartoffice there, and so here's my Smartoffice, right? You can see under integrations, under integrations here, there's an Agency Life Quoter right here. So I can click on that if I want, if I just need to run a quick quote, or I can actually access the IXN quote engine from within the like a Smartoffice contact record. It uses a little more of the screen than when it's on a website. So there's just a couple different looks of the platform. But here I am, now I'm looking up a contact record. Let's say I'm working with Jim Fox here. I go into Jim, and I can open up that same quote engine right here, at which point it'll autofill Jim's information as well as the agent information right into our quote engine. So nice little integration, works seamlessly from within Smartoffice. So you can see here's Jim Fox, date of birth, we've got the agent information that was autofilled, and then I can go and run some quotes. And so it's the same engine, the same set of settings. So when you select your carriers, when you select your products, all that for your website, it'll be available within Smartoffice as well. I do want to reiterate, there's no extra cost for that. You can use the same quote engine in multiple places, and it's the same cost. So let's say so I want to just show you a few quick features of the IXN platform that are really nice. One, if you're transitioning from another customer or another quote engine to ours, we have these nice little tutorials. So we make it very easy for your agents to transition from the other quote engine they're using to IXN. So it'll actually run through the first time they use it and run quotes for them, show them all the different pieces of the engine. You can access underwriting guides right here. And there's more calculators coming here as well, like a needs analysis calculator. But if I want to access the actual carrier underwriting guides, I can do that right here in the quoting process. So hey, I want to see the American General build charts here and bring those up. So I can do that right here from the engine as well. I want to point out that our engine allows you to run a lot of different variations of quotes. So, hey, you know, let's say I'm working in the state of Georgia, and you know, you can compare a table-rated case to a standard underwriting case. So you can have, you know, multiple quotes here in the same result. We quote term, GUL, and final expense on our platform. So quite a few different product offerings as well as variations of those. So, you know, if you're doing a GUL pay to 65 case, you can do that here as well in the same results. So a lot of different options here on running quotes. And we have a really good selection of carriers on our platform. Basically all the major life insurance carriers are available on the IXN platform. You can run multiple face amounts here. So, you know, let's say we want to do 500,000 and a million, and we can add riders and waivers and things like that. Within the IXN quote engine results, there's a lot of different features and different things that you can do. So while we're waiting for this, we ran a lot of options, so we're going to have a lot of results here. There we go. Got 135 results here. So first of all, we may want to narrow down those results, right? We don't need to send a customer 135 quote results.
A little bit.
So you can quickly search right here if you want to, you know, just find like protective quotes or something like that. It's a really snappy search. Or I can actually go here. There's a filter here where I can filter. I can, you know, hey, we ran a couple different face amounts, so let's break those out into tabs. Or, you know, I ran a couple different health categories, so let's break those out into the tabs. There's a premium filter, so if there's a certain price range they're trying to be within, you can quickly filter that down. You can see now we're down to 58 results, as well as something that nobody else really has, as to my knowledge, is a product feature filter. So if you want to filter by, hey, I only want to see ones that have an option to decrease face amount because this is going to be like a mortgage protection type product, you can filter down to that. Or, hey, I only want to see products from carriers that have an accelerated underwriting program. You know, lots of different options. Hey, I'm looking for ones with terminal illness riders included, so with 77 results. So really, really kind of narrow down what you're looking for to get the right quotes. We can do nice little PDF comparisons. So let's say we want to compare these three. I can share those. I can download email, or I can even text those quotes to somebody. So, which I can show you when I'm doing the mobile app demo. I'm going to text myself, and we'll have that text message when we get into the mobile app part. Here, Lassa, here are your quote results. So if you're doing some nice little comparisons, or hey, let's say your office staff is the one using this, and one of your agents calls you, and the agent forgot to run some quotes, they're on their way to an appointment, you can send those quote results right to their phone. So here's one example of a layout. There's different layouts that you can choose for your PDF. So I just sent myself a text message. There's also, you can click on a carrier, you can see the features of that product here. You can actually grab the forms right here from the quote results for that specific product. So hey, I want the new business form, so we're gonna package those up. We can, oh, there's also AM Best data information, so a little bit of financials behind the company, premium breakdown, as well as if there's any kind of important information that carrier wants to share. But ultimately, what's kind of the most powerful piece at this point is being able to quote, obviously, but then now, hey, we're ready to write some business. I can then go right into a ticket. So this ticket gets submitted right to the carrier. So I can go through in 5 minutes or less and fill out a ticket here that, if you're not familiar with the difference between an e-application and a ticket has a tele-interview on the back end that goes to the carrier call center. We can add some enforced policies. And a full e-app is going to be the full application filled out digitally. So I go through. I'm doing this. We're not going to do this with the full e-app because that's going to take a while. But I want to show you how fast it is to do a ticket here. So we got to agree to the agent attestation. We click submit, and in about 10 to 15 seconds, the carrier has it. And so very fast, very quick way to write business. We can also, like I was mentioning, let's say we want to do the full e-application. This is going to be the full application with all the part 1, part 2 application questions. So we come in, we add a digital signature for the agent first, and I go through this nice little form that's going to be responsive. It's going to pass through, and this actually would have been passed all the way through from Smartoffice, some of this data. And I go through and I can fill out the entire application right here, and it is responsive. It'll add questions. So like if we're adding a spouse, it'll add all the spouse information questions. If they're a military person, it'll add military questionnaire, stuff like that. And it'll fill that information, any information all the way through the application. So you can see I go down to the HIPAA form, this HIPAA piece, and it auto-filled all this information that I had already filled out, so you're not doing multiple entry on that. So that's our quote engine. One of the focuses of our platform is making it easy to use, clean user interface. So we also showed here. Actually, I'm going to show this within Smartoffice, our Forms Engine. So now, if you have a Smartoffice account and an IXN account, if I go to my home here, within the dashboard, you can embed the IXN Forms Engine right here within Smartoffice. Again, it can also be embedded into your website as well. So your agents can. So if you don't give your agents access to Smartoffice, they can access those through your website. That kind of thing. So, but this can be available right here. So if I'm grabbing the vitality term for the state of Colorado, come down here, I can narrow it down to, hey, I just need the new business forms. It's got these nice little previews, or we can go list view and select them. It'll package them all up. I can download them, I can email them, I can text them. So I can text those forms as well. But here we go. Here I've got my fillable application packet. And then last but not least, I want to show you guys our mobile app platform. So first of all, our mobile app platform is designed to be a tool for agents, but there is a consumer aspect to our mobile app. So let's say a consumer, inevitably when you put a free app in the App Store, consumers are going to come across it, right? And so, let's get rid of this little guy. And so there's a consumer quote engine right here on the front end, where they can go in, run a quote that generates a lead. You can do what you want with that. You can share it with one of your agents. If you guys sell directly, you can utilize it that way, whatever works for you. But when they first download the app, and this is an app, this is not a mobile optimized website. This goes in the App Store, the Google Play Store, So you can download this on iPads, iPhones, Android devices, Android tablets, and so this is an actual app. One of the things that is happening now is that people need to be able to work remote. People need to be able to work from anywhere, and this really puts their business in their pocket. And it's a true app experience. So what it is it allows them to use the system that they're used to on their phone the way it was designed to be used, which is in an app format. And so they download the app, they come in here, they can sign up, and you get notified every time a new agent signs up. So there's a whole recruiting aspect to the app. And then a majority of the tools are for the agent. So within the app, I'm going to log in here. Once the agent gets logged in, if I can remember my password.
Way too many passwords.
There we go.
Gets me every day.
All right, so there you go. Once I get in, you can see there's several different tools within here. There's live quotes, there's tickets, so I can actually quote and apply right here on my phone. So I come in here, I can run a needs analysis first. So hey, we put in their debt, mortgage, things like that. Run life insurance quote, takes us right to the quote engine, auto-filled my face amount here. From here I can put in their date of birth, select the products, just like we did on the web platform, right? All the same data is available. You can run table ratings, riders. It's not dumbed down at all. Run a quote, and then here I have my quote results. From here, we were doing protected before, right? I can open up this classic term. I can see my quote information just like on the desktop tool. I click get started, and here I can do a ticket right from here. So I can actually submit the business on the phone. So hey, before I get to the third hole, I've written a case practically. Obviously, I have to go through underwriting and things like that. But really nice tools. There's filtering tools here as well, just like on the desktop. But one of the things that I want to talk about today is this notifications tool. So we've had this notifications tool for a while. You can send messages to your agents. You can send messages to everybody. Hey guys, we're doing a webinar this week. Come join us. Or you can send them to individuals through the IXN Dashboard. And then we opened up an API which Smartoffice integrated with, where if you come in here, this is a pending case. Right? You come in here, and anytime the status of this pending case changes, so let's say it changes to submitted. There we go. Changes to submitted. Your agents are going to get a real-time status update on their phone in this notification section. So what's going to happen is it's going to be up here in the notifications. It's going to have your brand on it. They click on that. It's going to take them into the mobile app. And this would be branded for you, not eBix. And then they go to the notification section. Hold on. Go. You can see they've got new notifications. This one has 51. I haven't looked at it in a while. And we can see that I got a case status update right here. So real-time case status notifications right through their phone. And again, no extra cost on this. If you have both platforms, we can set this up for you. And really help you kind of, take your business more mobile. Give your agents tools that allow them to work from anywhere. There's other tools that come with the mobile app, like resources and a bunch of other things. I don't think we have time to jump into all of it today, but that's essentially the IXN platform. I did promise I'd show you guys that text message feature. So here I have on my phone. You can see I got a text message. I open that up. I say, here are your quote results. I click on that, and there you go. I've got my PDF quotes right here. So, yeah,
really
that's
cool.
our,
really cool.
the IXN platform.
Right, and so yeah, we're coming together like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich here to offer the American dream. So yeah, these are just closing it up here, and I think we're going to be opening up for questions in just a second. So anybody that does have any questions, please go ahead and type those in to the Q&A section. But yeah, we're very excited for this partnership over on the EBIC side. IXN, you can see the innovative technology that they're offering out there. They're just really making the sales process so easy. And so we're yeah, excited to get this out the door and watch it bloom. We're both focused on innovation, mobility, and security in these trying times, and the integrations are very seamless, and we have really great support teams, and generally, well, every agency that Lasse and I have worked with so far has ended up saving money between our partnership and others. So yeah, I guess unless Lasse, you have anything to add here, we should probably start taking some questions. No?
Yeah. So I want to mention a couple different things. So this integration is done. It's ready. We're right in the beta testing phase. So if anyone is a current client of our platforms and would like to be is interested in beta testing this with us, let us know. We have tested it quite a bit, and it is working. But we want to make sure that we do a little bit of beta testing before we go live with everybody. And so if anyone's interested in that, we're happy to do demos and things like that if you want to see that first. But yeah, I mean, from the IXN side, for us, we've really tried to make this, you want to make technology easy. You don't want technology to be something that's an extra headache. And so we've made this a very easy integration. There's no agent setup that needs to happen. We just set it up and it's available on the platform. And so I want to emphasize that it's very easy. You just talk to our staff, we'll get you all set up, and there's very minimal training needed on that. But we can provide some info on that as well, and there's no extra cost. As long as you're a customer of both platforms, we can get you set up. And like Ryan said, nowadays cash is king, right? So those of you who maybe have a current platform, you've thought about switching to something else, but in the past there hasn't really been something out there that fit your whole solution. What we've seen is on average we save people 40 to 50% on their monthly fee, sometimes even 100%, depending on what you're currently using. So lower your monthly cost, get more technology that works better together, that's more innovative, that's the latest and greatest with companies that provide great customer support and who are innovating and adding new features and adding new abilities constantly. So to me, it seems like a win-win-win, but you'll have to make that determination for yourself.
Okay, well, we've got quite a few questions from our audience, so I'm going to jump right in here. One of our first questions, look at you guys. One of our listeners asks about, and I believe this is about Smartoffice, but is this view available from both agency staff and broker views? Does that make sense to you, Ryan?
Repeat that one time. Is this a
sure.
view?
The literal question is this view available from both agency staff and broker views? So let me see who that's from. From Desiree.
Well, I'd want to find out what this view means, but yeah, these tools can be used by anybody. So it's a tentative yes.
Okay. So I think, Ryan, I think that question came in during when we were showing kind of the integration between the two. So I think what they're asking, because you guys have, within Smartoffice, you have kind of like an advisor view type of portal, right?
Oh, yes, we do. Smart View for Advisor. And so is the quoting engine, actually, that's a really good question. Giles, can you see who asked that, and then I can circle back to them, because I'm not sure if in this initial build if we have that IXN quoting button available through the Smart View case portal. So I'll have to circle back on that just to make sure. But Should be there.
But one thing that you can do is, because you get with the IXN quote engine, it's available on you can make that available on your website,
right?
And the mobile app. So you have multiple places. So you can make the IXN tools, if you're an IXN customer, available within Smartoffice, within your mobile app, and then within your website as well, all with the same platform with one fee. So as far as that goes, I think that hopefully that covers everything. But you know, I will say this is just the beginning of what we're doing. We're just getting started. I think we're already talking about the next level of this integration and other things that we're doing. So I think it's going to be really exciting.
Great. Well, I have captured Desiree's information, so we'll be able to confirm that that's what she needs to know.
Desiree. I know Desiree.
Okay. So our next question is from Angela, and she says, are you only offering illustration generation for companies that participate with Smartoffice, sending feed, etc.? She's with MassMutual, and our products are on WinFlex, so I'm curious to know if MassMutual products are also in INX.
It seemed like there was two questions there. So the first question, I think, was, is MassMutual on the IXN platform, or that was the second question? Currently, no. We are talking to someone about getting them on there. It's come up a few times lately, so currently they're not quoted on the IXN platform. What was the other question in there?
It starts out with, are you offering illustration generation for companies that participate with Smartoffice?
Well, illustrations would be coming from our WinFlex solution, not through IXN. So I'm pretty sure MassMutual is on WinFlex.
I think so, yes.
Yeah, I'm fairly certain. So.
Yeah, hopefully we answered that question, those questions. But.
Yeah.
Oh, no, so keep going, sorry.
Okay. Do you integrate with Outlook 365 as well? Right.
Oh, absolutely, yes. So we integrate with the desktop version of Outlook, the web access as well. Same thing with Word and Excel. So absolutely, we're fully integrated with all of the Microsoft Office tools.
And that includes 365?
Yes.
Cool. Okay. I was thinking it was coming later this year. Just to confirm, both of these products are on cloud-based with no customer hardware required, right?
Correct.
Correct.
That's what I thought. I think.
Got one.
Okay. Well, I think, folks, those are the questions we have in QA, and I don't see anything in chat. Does anybody, folks, we have a few more minutes, so if you have additional questions, plug them in. While we're waiting for that to happen, one of you, Brian, why don't you start? Do you have any closing words for the audience before we hit the road? Go have lunch?
Well, yeah, absolutely. So I know that there are going to be further questions that come up or needs for actual detailed demos. We were trying to get through it pretty quickly today, pack a lot into the time here, and also keep it somewhat entertaining. And also, yeah, for offline demos, just feel free to email one or both of us. We talk every day right now, and are just really making sure that we're taking care of our current clients and making this, spreading the good news. So both of our contact information is right up there on the screen. Neither of us bite. So yeah, just send us your questions as they come up.
Great.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Lasso.
Yeah, so just closing words from me. Feel free to contact us directly. That's our direct lines there. Happy to set up demos, happy to co-sponsor demos for your office. I will say one of the things about the IXN platform that you'll like is the ease of transitioning to this platform. We can have you, I had an agency the other day call me, and they were working with another provider. I won't say any names, but their initials are iPipeline. and they've been trying to get set up for months and had issues. And I've had other agencies who can't even log in, and so we can have you up and running literally the day of to do quoting and to access the platform, and it's very, very easy. And so you know, if you've got some hesitations there, reach out. We'll show you how easy it is.
Great. Well, thanks. So no more questions. Just to reiterate, I'll be sending out an email to you all tomorrow with the link to the recording of this session, and it'll also have contact information and stuff, so you'll have all that in one easy package. Looks like we're seeing no more questions, and it's 1 minute more. So with that, I think I move we adjourn and have lunch or whatever. Thank you, everybody in the audience, for your time and your kind attention. Thanks, presenters. You did a great job. I really appreciate it. And thanks again to our audience. So with all that, we bid you adieu, and we will see you all soon. Thank you so much. Have a great day.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. Thank you.